trying to set better boundaries so you don't feel so overwhelmed all the time, but people keep pushing back. In this video, we're going to explore why it's important to establish boundaries from the beginning of any relationship and what to do if you never did in the first place, but desperately need to now. Whenever one of my clients starts a new friendship or romantic relationship, maybe has a new work colleague, I'm always encouraging them to establish strong foundation of boundaries from the start. Because in the beginning, you're really setting the rules of the connection, how much you each give, who tends to be the one to reach out or initiate social activities, make plans, who's the emotional support person, all those pieces that need to be negotiated from the start. But what happens when you have a relationship of any kind that you've been in for years? You're doing the work to have better boundaries now, but you started the relationship way before. And you might feel stuck, like you can only have your new boundaries with the people who don't know you that well. So that means not your best friend, not your partner, your sibling, your parents. But I want to let you know that you can implement new boundaries now. It just takes some trial and error, some more back and forth as you get used to it. So stating your new boundary, probably receiving some pushback, and then not being afraid to restate it again. Because the other person needs time to get used to this new dynamic. It's not forever, this negotiating period, but it could take weeks or longer to really settle in to your new rhythm in the relationship. And I'm not talking about them dismissing you, criticizing your new boundaries. I'm talking about them negotiating with you to go out after you said you want to stay home because they just love spending time with you and they're not used to going out without you. But ultimately, they hear you. They back off. They hear your no. They accept it. They just need to give it another shot. So you could negotiate these boundaries every single time until you both kind of fall into that new rhythm, that new flow, or you can be more explicit. You can sit them down. You can share that you're reading a book about boundaries, you're going to therapy, you're realizing that you're burnt out, whatever it is, and that you're going to be less available than you have been, right? In the last years of your relationship. And so this might sound something like, that I'm more empathetic. And because of this, socializing in big crowds like we usually do, it's taking a lot of my energy right now, taking more than I have to give. And I really want to prioritize spending quality time together so we can connect. So I'd rather get together maybe once or twice a month for a longer one-to-one hangout rather than going out every other week with a big group. So that's one option if you just want to let them know that something is changing. Something else you could say is, I've been feeling pretty depleted lately, and I need to make some changes in my life so I don't get burned out. I want to stay connected, but I won't be able to chat every day like I used to. For now, how about we check in every other day or so? So it could be something like that, right? Just letting them know you're going to just downgrade the level of connection slightly, but you still care about them. Another option would be, I wanted to give you a heads up that I'm going to be slower to respond. I'm okay. I just realized recently that I need to take some time for myself and not be on my phone as much. So that's something you could just get ahead, let people know that you are okay. You're just taking some time. So I'm curious, what have you tried? What's worked for you when you're starting to set new boundaries? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what it's been like for you so far. And if you're feeling socially overbooked, if you're needing some help setting boundaries, I'm going to include some of my favorite books on the topic and other resources down in the description. You'll also find an upcoming sensitive session workshop on unhooking from social burnout. So in this workshop, you're going to identify your social limits, what to say when you need to set a boundary, and how to cancel plans when you've overcommitted. Because as you're going through this process, there's bound to be some times where you maybe need to back off and do less. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, for diving into this topic with me, and I'll see you next time.